On Tuesday, August 26th, it's FanDuel Futures Day, a new holiday for football fans. It's 24 hours of deals on all your football season predictions. So take a flyer on the MVP race, crown your champion in August, or parlay your division winner dark horses. Mark your calendars. This is your day for your hunches, your hot takes, your calls, and your odds. Visit the FanDuel app today and start planning your futures bets now, because Futures Day is one day and one day only. FanDuel, play your game. Must be 21 plus and present in Pennsylvania. First online real money wager only. $10 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
So, I was just parking my car, and then I saw you. The gecko. Huge fan.
I'm always honored to meet fans out in the wild.
The honor is mine. I just love being able to file a claim in under 2 minutes with the Geico app.
Well, the Geico app is top-notch.
I know you get asked this all the time, but could you sign it?
Sign what? The app? Yeah, sure.
Oh, that means so much. Oh, it rubbed off the screen when I touched it. Could you sign it again?
Anything to help, I suppose.
You're the best.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Gatorade is the #1 proven electrolyte blend, designed to hydrate better than water. So you can lose more sweat and raise your game. Gatorade. Is it in you?
Before you begin your road trip, ask yourself, do you really need 5 full suitcases? With the new 2026 Kia Sportage X-Pro's class-leading cargo space, you'll have room for what you need. Find out more at your local Kia dealer today. Keep the adventure going. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-3334-KIA for details. Always drive safely and obey all traffic laws. Comparisons based on second row legroom and cargo space behind second row seats in the subcompact SUV class according to Kia segmentation as of June 2025.
Getting on the network Philadelphia relies on is easy when you come into the Verizon store at 1430 Walnut Street. Come check out their latest deals on phones, accessories, and so much more. From shopping to support and everything in between, it's your one-stop shop to get it all. And when you switch to Verizon, you choose what goes into your unlimited plan and save on what you need. There's never been a better time to switch to the network Philadelphia relies on. Visit the Verizon store at 1430 Walnut Street to speak with Manny and save big today.
My name is Georgios Tsetis. I'm the co-founder of Nutrafol. My hair started thinning in my early 20s. I tried everything and nothing was really working. So we created Nutrafol. Our hair growth supplements undergo clinical trials and have helped millions of men and women get visibly thicker and stronger hair in just 3 to 6 months.
Start your hair growth journey at Nutrafol.com. That's Nutrafol.com.
That's the sound of James adding long-lasting Gain scent boosters to his laundry this morning. Several hours later, James sniffs the irresistible scent of Gain on his shirt. Gain. Several hours later, James has even caught the attention of his mother-in-law, and she never gives him attention.
Ooh, you smell amazing, James.
Oh, thanks, Mom. I love you too.
I never said that.
Add Gain scent booster to your laundry. Add joy to your day.
When you get a cancer diagnosis, your world stops, but not Fox Chase Cancer Center. When the science moves quickly, we move quicker, because cancer is all we do. From the molecular level to the human level, we stay focused on your unique cancer, not just following the science, but discovering new paths forward, giving you a head start on better outcomes. Learn more at foxchase.org/where-you-start, because where you start matters.
T-Mobile is more than the best network in the game. They're now the
best network in America, according to the experts at Ookla Speed Test. So MLB fans are connected from home to home plate. With the most advanced 5G, the most towers, and a signal that goes farther than ever, you can keep up with your teams on the road, overseas, and even off the grid. For baseball fans,
It's better over here. Based on analysis by Ookla Speed Test Intelligence Data 1H2025 compatible device and plan required for T-Satellite. See details at T-Mobile.com.
There's nothing better than watching the game live. And with Xfinity Sports and News TV, you can stream over 50 live channels for $150 less than YouTube TV per year. From game time to prime time. It's the local channels you love, the news channels you need, and the sports channels you can't live without. History-making moments aren't going to wait for you, and replays never do it justice. So get Xfinity Sports and News TV today for all the live action you could want. Plus, you can save even more with Peacock Premium. A $7.99 a month value included at no extra cost. Xfinity Sports and News TV. The live TV you love, with savings you'll love even more. To learn more, go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Restrictions apply. Savings compares Xfinity Sports and News TV at $70 per month and YouTube TV at $82.99 per month.
94 WIPHD1 Philadelphia. Powered by the Tasty Cake Studios. Sports Radio 94 WIP. An Odyssey sports station. Stream the screams. Catch Phillies baseball with the Odyssey app on 94 WIP.
Stroud throws to the end zone. Held on. Touchdown. Mechie. What a moment for John Mechie with his first touchdown.
Welcome back. Midday Show. Hugh Douglas, Joe live from the Eagles Radio Network golf outing in Bluebell. Eagles season starts in just a couple weeks. And Hugh Douglas, it is an annual August tradition where Howie Roseman will trade for a player, usually a player that has some pedigree. And yesterday, no different. The Eagles swung a trade yesterday to land John Mechie, former Alabama wide receiver, was a second-round pick of the Texans a few years ago. Now, if you don't know his story, he missed his first year in the NFL. He was diagnosed with leukemia. He's back. He's playing now, which is obviously great. But the trade
had a pretty decent season last year.
Decent year, and it was his first year back. Right? That, you know, I wasn't surprised. It's probably taken him a little bit to kind of get his legs back under him and be an NFL player. But he had pedigree coming out of college. I mean, he was Devontae Smith's teammate. But what are the... It struck me yesterday. Now that the Eagles made a trade, I think if you were to say to someone, the Eagles are going to make another trade before the season started, people was like, of course, they could use a safety. They could use another corner. They could use an edge, right? They could use all these things. Maybe a guard, another offensive line because Dickerson is down.
Or safety.
I did not have wide receiver on my board. I mean, we had the pregame show on Saturday before the game.
Yeah, we were talking about how well the young Thundercats was coming up.
We were saying
Coop and the Bartle State,
Tarleton State, yes, something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
We were saying it's as deep of a wide receiver room as the Eagles have had in years. And then they go out and trade for another wide receiver. So they swap late round picks. Harrison Bryant, the tight end, goes back to Houston. Mechie comes here. Hugh, your initial reaction yesterday when the Eagles traded for John Mechie?
Well, Joe, my initial reaction was that the Eagles are really, a good football team. And now that wasn't my original reaction, Joe. I was trying to pretend. You know what my original reaction was?
What baloney did you to spin today?
Defense is a luxury, not a necessity. What have we been talking about for the last couple of weeks? We've been talking about the play at the corner spot. But we go out, we trade for a corner. We don't know if he's going to play it now, but then we go out and trade a receiver. This is why y'all need to start listening to me, because I know what I'm talking about. We got all these troubles and question marks on the defensive side of the ball, and we go get a receiver, and y'all treat me like I'm crazy?
Well, you are.
Y'all treat me like I'm crazy?
Yes.
Y'all made me dye my beard green for talking about my defense was a terrible take, and the Eagles go out and get another receiver.
They had the number one defense.
They get another receiver.
Dude, they
and we
traded
need
an
a
offensive
corner.
player away.
Well, what did we just say we needed last week? What did we say we needed last week?
They still do need it.
And we went out and got a receiver.
Okay.
Y'all need to apologize to me right now.
No one's apologize.
I need an apology.
You need to apologize for being so loud. We're out in public.
Yeah, at a golf course.
Yeah, yeah.
Everybody's looking at me like I done lost my
No
mind.
one yells this loud at a golf course.
I felt passionate
Well, I
about
like
the way that I
passion.
felt.
You could, I mean,
I was right, though, by the way.
wrong and passionate. That's
I
sums
was
up WIP perfectly.
I was right.
Okay.
I wasn't. You know what's funny? And if the people are being honest, please chime in. When they traded for a receiver, I had to be the first person to come to mind because you thought
were
of it.
not
I
the
was.
first person to
Okay,
come to
the
mind.
second.
No, well,
Okay, maybe
for
the
my
third.
purposes, second
Maybe
or
the-
third, because I knew I'd have to deal with this. That, so I had a different feeling.
But that's because of what they did.
Can I tell you what I thought?
What you think?
My thought. Are you done?
Yes. I've been fully embarrassed myself, and now everybody's looking at me crazy.
So, I have been trying to spin the positive for an hour and 5 minutes. I'm done with that. You know what I thought yesterday when the trade went down? I wonder if A.J. Brown's hamstring is worse than we thought.
That was a thought.
Yeah, so the Eagles have downplayed the A.J. Brown thing for the better part of 2 weeks. He hasn't practiced much. We're at the outing today, the golf outings. We're not at practice, but I did see a video where it looked like he wasn't in
I think he
uniform.
was dapping up the
Yeah,
fans
he's
or
hanging
whatever.
out. So
Yeah.
listen, we'll get a full report if he was practicing it. But what I saw, it seemed like he was not again today. That's what this strikes me as. They're adding more depth to the wide receiver room. And let's also think about A.J. Brown in general. Look at last year. He missed, 3 games with the hamstring early in the season. And then he told a story recently on a podcast that he had to have his knee drained twice during the Super Bowl week. We remember that Super Bowl run. He didn't do much. He couldn't run. His knee was obviously bothering him. And he's a great player. A.J. Brown is a great football player. But I have some concern that his body's starting to break down a little bit. I wonder if they have some concern. And now they're adding to the wide receiver room with a guy that was at one point a pretty high pick, has obviously ties to a lot of these guys here with the Alabama connection, and they didn't give up much. So, look, I'm good with the trade, but I'm just trying to understand why, because they don't seem like they need a wide receiver right now. That strikes me. There also could be more to come here. I mean, maybe they're going to make another move that we don't see coming, and they're going to use a guy like Dotson in a trade. I don't know. I don't know why they traded for John Mechie. It does seem to me like they're creating what was a weakness last year, which was the depth at wide receiver. It's now a tremendous strength. I mean, 3 and 4 on their depth chart are Dotson and Mechie. And then maybe a Darius Cooper or Johnny Wilson's 5 and 6. What is it? Defense still is more.
I ain't said nothing. I just like how you workshop your way through it. Like you sat
Workshop?
there.
I told you. I'm worried that AJ's hurt more than they say.
Yeah, I like how you workshop your way through it, Joe. And you start. You don't want to admit it, but you see what you're picking up what I'm putting down.
I'm not. Kyle made the point they traded an offensive player for an offensive player, so that doesn't mean anything.
Okay.
2, they also traded for a corner 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Right? They traded for Bennett. I mean, so they tried to address that to some extent.
Yeah, and Joe and I weren't like, what defense?
Why I gotta sound like that? Why my tongue gotta be so thick when you make fun of me?
That's your own problem.
I can't even all I'm saying is, we traded for a corner. We still have questions at corner. So much so that there's reports that Cooper DeJean is about to play corner, right?
Outside today, he's practicing outside corner today at practice. Yeah.
But we went out to get a receiver.
Look. But they could
cook.
be cook.
Let him cook.
They are separate things. There's also a chance that this is just a very small move that we're going to make a big deal out of because it's just.
What do we do? We make a big deal out of everything.
No, I mean is this: Harrison Bryant was probably getting cut here. Mechie might have been getting cut in Houston, and we're just swapping him and see if it works out for each side. Look, I have no problem with the deal. Harrison Bryant didn't mean anything to me. He's just a backup tight end. Mechie has some pedigree, Alabama kid, played well in college. I think it's actually a really interesting deal. But my big takeaway is I need to see A.J. Brown back on the practice field so I can stop worrying that he's more hurt than we think he is. Kyle, what'd you take away other than Hugh's nonsense from the trade yesterday?
Yeah, I mean, Hugh's nonsense didn't even cross my mind until he brought it up. And then I was like,
and you knew he was going to, too.
Going to shoehorn the stupid defense luxury crap into this because they traded for like a 4th wide receiver. I mean, that's a joke.
Let him cook.
Cut his mic.
I mean, it's ridiculous. I thought kind of the same thing as you did. I said, does this mean that A.J. Brown's a little more injured than they let on? But I'm not sure. Like, I feel like the corresponding move to that might be a little bit bigger than it would be had A.J. Brown been hurt. Like, John Mechie's not going to fill in AJ Brown role, or I guess it would be Devontae in AJ's spot, and then Jahan Dotson
Right.
and
So
John
then
Mechie.
Mechie would be in for Dotson.
Yeah, they're still screwed. I don't know. I think maybe it's just more of like a depth move for next season. Like they're taking it. The trade itself was a guy who wasn't going to make our team for a guy that wasn't going to make Houston's team. At the end of the day, so this could just be taking a flyer on a guy with some upside because Jahan Dotson tracks up after the season. It could just really be as simple as that.
It could be. It's also, you mentioned a year from now, it could be a little reset because Dotson is a free agent after this year. They're not going to pay Dotson. They're not going to pay a third receiver. So maybe Mechie then kind of moves up the depth chart next year and he becomes that third guy the way Dotson is this year. It could also just be forward thinking by Howie. But again, I just need to see AJ in the field again, practicing in full. We are just a little over 2 weeks from the opener. So that's striking to me. Your take on the Mechie trade. 215-592-9490 for Eagles make the move yesterday to land the wide receiver, former Alabama player with the Texans last couple of years. Sick to start his career. He missed that season. He came back and I thought pretty decent. I thought he was a good player coming out of the draft. So we'll see what he could be as time goes on. 215-592-9494. All right. Your reaction to the Wheeler news, the injury. I am not willing to throw the towel on the season yet. I don't believe it's over. I still think the Phillies could win the World Series. I know a lot of people disagree with that. On our Twitter question, sponsored by the PI Dental Center, your smile is the first thing others see when they meet you. Learn about and schedule your evaluation, PIDentalCenter.com. Pretty overwhelming amount early in the show today on Twitter that are saying the Phillies basically cooked here. 77% do not believe the Phillies could win the World Series without Zach Wheeler. A lot of our callers do still believe it and are holding out hope. And fantasy spot, midday show fantasy league. Our draft is Wednesday, September 3rd at McGurk's in Royersford. Here is how you get in today. Give us a random and obscure Eagle. Like name, they're like, oh yeah, that guy. The best answer we get today wins a spot in the league. Matt in Germantown is up on WIP. Hey Matt.
Hey, what's up, Die Hard Joe? My favorite barber Kyle, excuse me, and we all know that the shoe in the cloud.
What's up, Matt? What's up?
What does that mean?
you be off the dummies. You don't do that. You be in the cloud.
Not during my work hours. I not during work hours.
Well,
now,
when you try to spin the Mechie thing, it's offense.
No, I mean it was offense.
So I'm gonna go with on the baseball tip, we definitely need to start a new hashtag winning for Wheeler. Because right now I feel like we lost. It feels like a third of the triangle we need to actually win a World Series. It was Kyle Schwarber, that's an ironclad piece. Bryce Harper, another ironclad piece, and Zach Wheeler. I feel like with those three players and then everybody else and what we have around, we can win a World Series. Now, one of the pieces of the triangle is now down and out, and the other piece is like looking 3/4 brittle. Like, to me, this is on Bryce Harper. Like, this is a Bryce Harper thing. If he don't galvanize these troops for the Phillies, he got to go. I'm sorry, he got to go. He's already too injured. Like, we put the talent around him that he wants. He's playing with all his friends. I don't understand how he's not getting a job done. I just don't.
Well, Matt, I'm glad you said it. I agree with the point that it is on him probably more than anybody else. I mean, they need to hit a lot in October to win. The Dodgers last year lost all their pitchers. They still won. Why? Because Ohtani hit and Betts hit and Freeman hit, and they had clutch hits. If they're going to win and win series in October, Bryce has to be great. Like, I expect Schwarber to be great because he's been great all year. But, Matt, you're right. Bryce has got to pick it up. He's got to be the guy that we need him to be.
Yep, or we're going to have to start over. It's just
or they'll go home early. I mean, that is it. All right, Matt, what do you got for us? An obscure random Eagle for a spot in the fantasy league.
This Eagle, I actually found out years ago watching TV because he was on TV, and that's when they said it, and it caught me off guard. But Orlando Scandrick.
Scandrick is a good one.
Orlando. The shade that you threw.
Oh, my goodness. The guy was here 2 weeks, and we all know what you're talking about.
That was some serious shade.
Oh, Matt, I like that one. Matt, that's a good one. We'll get you in the mix for the fantasy league. Orlando Scandrick, I believe.
Oh, yeah.
And then ran to FS1 and ripped everybody.
Yeah, he did. And Shannon gave him the business on the show, talking bad about it. Talking about he wasn't even there that long. He was kind of terrible.
It was wild. It's one of the more famous, very quick stints I've ever seen an Eagle have.
I feel, well, yeah. Never mind.
You got something to say about Orlando?
Well, it ain't got
nothing to do. He was a cowboy. I mean, he was mostly a cowboy. He came here. Once a cowboy, always a cowboy?
Well, I wasn't talking about his plan. Like, he married a young lady that was from this area, and they got divorced rather quickly after he got cut and everything.
Was that around the time he played here, or this?
Yeah, well, he was. I think he was married to a wife by the time he was here. But then, yeah.
You think she got rid of him because what he said on FS1 about the Eagles?
Well, I think she got rid of him because she upgraded.
Oh, okay.
Look at Francisco know what I'm talking about. Yeah, she upgraded. She got an upgrade.
That's a good Orlando Scandrick is a good answer.
No, but it was funny because he made me think of it because he threw the shade at him and did the fact that Orlando had a rough one when he retired. He had a rough.
Orlando's, yeah. I mean, it did go downhill pretty fast for Orlando.
I mean, it extremely fast.
Very fast. Terrence in Springfield. What's up, Terrence?
Joe Kyle, what's up, man?
Terrence, what's up?
First of all, man, I want to give a shout out to you, man. I see you, Hugh, man. I see you with your bucket hat on.
Oh, this is the Brian Dawkins Impact Golf outfit.
Hugh's getting a lot of compliments on the outfit.
And I need, you know what? To be honest, if Doc, listen, he need to, like next year we need to get the pants to go with it. We need the whole fit.
Yeah. It is a
nice fit.
Well,
it's
especially
a nice fit.
considering in the past you wore, a sweatsuit.
I'm trying to grow as an individual.
Yeah, you came prepared for a golf outing.
Yeah.
Are you going to play when we're off the air?
No.
I didn't think so. Go ahead, Terrence.
I'm going to get that free meal.
Yeah,
I'm going to get that, Joe. You know I'm going to get that bill now.
All right,
Go ahead,
First off, Aaron Nola is cooked. This dude had a 6-run lead yesterday. He's not even better than Taiwan Walker right now. I feel like you couldn't count on Aaron Nola to pitch a good game if the president told him the world was going to end and they needed him to come through with a good outing. Aaron Nola, at this point, he's stealing money. He signed a big contract, and he hasn't produced. This guy hasn't been good in years. And to me, it's like, either put this guy somewhere. He needs to go in the bullpen, if you want to be honest.
Well, but Terrence, the problem with that is we don't have enough starters right now. Like, we need him. I don't totally disagree. He's been terrible this year. Yesterday, that was ridiculous that he blew a 6-run lead. But we need him. I mean, we can't put him in the bullpen right now. I'm running out of starters. I got Suarez, who's stunk lately. I got Luzardo, who's up and down. I mean, we need him right now.
All right, hear me out. Can we win the World Series? Yes, we can win a World Series. I hate to say this, but this might have been the best thing that can happen to the Phillies, to wake their ass up, to give them that shot, that jolt. I love Wheeler, and I wish him a speedy recovery. But that team yesterday that was playing off emotion. And the thing I saw from the bat, they were in attack mode. They were relentless. And they're going to have to be in attack mode the rest of the season, to be honest. And we know when the Phillies are all hitting, they're a dominant team. And we know when they all go cold, it could be a very bad thing. And the rest of the season, they're going to have to be in attack mode when they play pitchers. They're going to have to be in that grind and that mindset of we have to get runs. And I heard the call before, they're going to probably adopt the do it for Willis slogan. And this weird season we had with our pitching, we got Ranger who's shaky. I feel like Taiwan he might be the guy that can come in and step up to help us out, man. Like, hear me out on this. Like, right now, we don't have a consistency in our lineup, and I feel like he's gonna be in a situation, and he's gonna be able to help this team out come to playoffs and that sort of thing. Because right now, you still have Sanchez. Game 1 starter, you got Sanchez.
Yes.
Game 2 starter, you have Ranger. Game 3, you probably gonna go with Luzardo. And Game 4, if I have to come to Taiwan or Nola, and at this point in time, I would rather see Taiwan Walker pitch in a playoff game than Aaron Nola.
What's going on, bro?
Has the luxury. We had a deep rotation. And I guess you could say one of the good things that Nebraska did do in the offseason, it gave us the luxury of having a deep rotation. So if someone did go down, we still have guns in there. So we still have a pretty deep kind of rotation. We can't just say it's the end-all, be-all, because at the end of the day, it's still up to the bat.
It is.
And whoever can step up.
Yeah, you're right about that. Of all the things Dabrowski has done well, not done well, the fact that he prepared this thing with 7 or 8 legitimate starters, like Taiwan he's a legitimate major league starter. Abel, who helped with him before the trade. They haven't even used Painter yet, and he provided rotation depth so they could get through all this, and they have, and that's why they're still in first place. All right, Terrence, what do you got for us? A random Eagle for a spot in the Midday Show Fantasy League.
Mr. was pretty all right, man. He wasn't no big-time player. I'm saying Kevin Curtis, man.
Kevin Curtis, the wide receiver. pretty random. I would say pretty random. Terrence, good phone call. I wouldn't say as random as Orlando. Orlando Scandrick feels like the bar right now.
That was super random.
Yeah, that because he was here for such a brief period. Kevin Curtis was, I'd say. Kyle, would you say Kevin Curtis was above Random Eagle?
Yeah, I mean, I would say like forgotten or under talked about, but not like random or obscure.
Did he have I'm remembering a huge game he had against the Rams. I think Cobb was the quarterback. It was either Rams or Saints. I think he had like a 200-yard receiving game one time. It's in my head, so it must have happened.
Yeah, I'm just laughing because I had another random person, but I'm not gonna say it.
You got a lot of random. Now
but this one's a good one. And I mean, I know it's up to the three of us to judge who's the winner, but I would say that if somebody guessed this guy, that it would probably be.
Oh, like guess the one that you said?
Yeah, that would.
Okay, we'll give a little hint if you want people to guess it. Like
he was right around the Kevin Cobb era.
Okay, so about 15, 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you make of what Terrence said there? That there's a real chance Taiwan gets to start in the postseason. 2 weeks ago, a month ago, 3 days ago, I would have said no chance. The next 5 weeks, he's competing for a chance to start a postseason game.
Yeah, and
I don't think it's crazy it happens. I
think it's all hands on deck.
Yeah.
And I think that...
I don't want it, though.
Well, nobody wants it, but here we are. And I think the most important thing that we have to realize is that, somebody's going to have to step up. And if it might be Taiwan. Hell, it might be Ranger.
All right, so right now, how many guys are locked into it? They get a start in the playoffs. Just Sanchez, and everyone else has got to compete?
I would say because, listen, and I understand small sampling size. He just got back. But I think you have to, in the next 6 weeks, I think Nola's going to be in that rotation.
Well, I would say on pedigree, on career,
yes.
Sure. But he has been
and I get it. And I get it. And you know what the unfortunate thing about saying it the way that I just said it is that when he was out there, he didn't look great.
No.
But
no, he did not. It was a 6-run lead.
No.
Like that. I looked down. I was like, what happened? It evaporated so fast.
The look on your face. But we're you know what they always say, desperate times call for desperate measures?
Yeah.
That's what we might be looking at.
Yeah, the way I would do it the next 6 weeks, it's a competition of who gets to start. Like, Sanchez is starting game one. That's it. Christopher Sanchez starts game one.
He's your best right now.
Yeah, and then everybody else has got to compete. I still like Luzardo, and I've seen more of the positive and the negative in his season. But we know he's been up and down. Suarez has been very down lately. They're going to have to figure it out. They have options, but they have to figure it out. All right, 215-592-9494. We'll get back to your calls on all of this. The Eagles trade yesterday. What did you make of it as the Eagles land John Mechie here from the Texans? Hughes trying to spin it to some offense, defense, luxury nonsense here.
I'm just saying.
Well, yeah, we're not listening to it. Yeah, okay. And, of course, the Phillies. Can they still win the World Series without Zach Wheeler? We believe so. Do you? 215-592-9494. A random obscure Eagle for a shot to be in the midday show fantasy football league. Best one we get today wins a spot. All right, coming up, we'll get more into Aaron Nola and how his outing went yesterday down in D.C. It is the Midday Show live at the Eagles Radio Network Golf Outing on Sports Radio 94 WIP on Tuesday, August 26th. It's FanDuel Futures Day, a new holiday for football fans. It's 24 hours of deals on all your football season predictions. Take a flyer on the MVP race, a bounce back in Kansas City for the guy who has a couple of those MVPs. Crown your champion in August. Back-to-back. It's not easy to go back-to-back, but this team in Philadelphia's got a great chance. And parlay division winners, you get 35-1 on a parlay of South winners. How about the Panthers and the Titans to shock people? Mark your calendars. This is your day for your hunches, your hot takes, your calls, and your odds. Visit the FanDuel app today and start planning your futures bets now, because Futures Day is one day and one day only. FanDuel, play your game.
21 plus in President, Pennsylvania. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Joe versus Jack.
It was a good day for me, and it was a bad day for Jack.
It was a super disappointing effort from me. Very impressive showing from Joe to Cameron. He was pretty good at tennis.
I'm begging the people to scream out if it's out. Thank you.
Joe versus Jack. Round 4, the foot race challenge. Jack's got the footwork.
You started throwing temper tantrums. I threw one tennis racket.
Joe's got the fire.
On we go to competition 4, and I feel good about it.
Coming soon, only on Sports Radio 94 WIP.
You know that Big Bargain detergent jug is 80% water, right? It doesn't clean as well.
80% water?
I thought I was getting a better deal because it's so big.
If you want a better clean, Tide Pods are only 12% water. The rest is pure concentrated cleaning ingredients.
Oh, let me make an announcement. Attention shoppers, if you want a real deal, try Tide Pods.
Stop paying for watered-down detergents. Pay for clean. If it's gotta be clean, it's gotta be Tide Pods. Water content based on the leading bargain liquid detergent.
On Tuesday, August 26th, it's FanDuel Futures Day, a new holiday for football fans. It's 24 hours of deals on all your football season predictions. So take a flyer on the MVP race, crown your champion in August, or parlay your division winner dark horses. Mark your calendars. This is your day for your hunches, your hot takes, your calls, and your odds. Visit the FanDuel app today and start planning your futures bets now, because Futures Day is one day and one day only. FanDuel, play your game. Must be 21 plus and present in Pennsylvania. First online real money wager only. $10 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
So, I was just parking my car, and then I saw you. The gecko. Huge fan.
I'm always honored to meet fans out in the wild.
The honor is mine. I just love being able to file a claim in under 2 minutes with the Geico.
It's top notch.
I know you get at this all the time, but could you sign it?
Sign what? The app? Yeah, sure.
Oh, that means so much. Oh, it rubbed off the screen when I touched it. Could you sign it again?
Anything to help, I suppose.
You're the best.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
Before you begin your road trip, ask yourself, do you really need 5 full suitcases? With the new 2026 Kia Sportage X Pro's class-leading cargo space, you'll have room for what you need. Find out more at your local Kia dealer today. Keep the adventure going. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-3334-KIA for details. Always drive safely and obey all traffic laws. Comparisons based on second row legroom and cargo space behind second row seats in the subcompact SUV class according to Kia segmentation as of June 2025.
Getting on the network Philadelphia relies on is easy when you come into the Verizon store at 1430 Walnut Street. Come check out their latest deals on phones, accessories, and so much more. From shopping to support and everything in between, it's your one-stop shop to get it all. And when you switch to Verizon, you choose what goes into your unlimited plan and save on what you've never been a better network Philadelphia relies on. Visit the Verizon store at 1430 Walnut Street to speak with Manny and save big today.
T-Mobile is more than the best network in the game.